primary goal for all this is authentic community integration. I wanted to start nature-related programming because I found that the individuals that were working here at Pittsburg Mercy and around the country aren't really integrated in the community. So we really I wanted to develop something that was more community integrated, that people can be a part of their communities again. Nature-related programming, for me, gardening and horticulture seems to be a great fit because it brings people together in a common area that people can work and learn about one another. The people that we're serving here at Pittsburg Mercy are rightfully a part of the community. So we want to just authenticate those relationships, those social supports and social networks that are inherent in the community, but traditionally removed from at this time for the populations that we're serving.
And it helps us serve a community and a population that we haven't really worked with before. And so it was a chance for our volunteers to get a diverse population and experience with them.
The Penn State Master Gardener Program, one of the requirements is to volunteer for one of 5 projects. And one of the projects was Mercy Health. And this was my first choice. And I'm lucky enough to get my first choice to volunteer here. I chose this project because I knew I wanted to work with my hands, and one of this project would do that. I also knew that I would be working with residents, so I had a general idea of what I was getting into, and I've actually gotten more out of it than I expected.
But one of the unique things that we get to do is bring different activities and events in to give our residents the opportunity to try something new. And this year, one of the things we did was really work to expand our gardens. You know, the expansion of the gardens has been a phenomenal change here with not just the residents, but also the staff. What we have seen is a big shift in people's participation. We've seen a lot more people involved doing physical activities that normally they wouldn't have either tried or thought that they could do. So there's a lot of people that had perhaps disabilities or challenges that others would say, oh no, you know, they won't be able to do that. But they are. They're out here, they're working, their hands are in the dirt, they're doing what they can to the best of their ability, and what we see is that the ability is growing.
It's different than the other gardens in that we're serving a specific population, we're serving an underserved population. It's certainly, instead of it being on a corner where it's highly visible to traffic and kind of improves the site, this is improving the site in a different way. One of the first projects we did on this site was there were grapevines that were well neglected, and we ended up cleaning them up a little bit, and they seemed to really turn around. They've done that over the past 35 years, and we were trying to rehab that. So that was the initial real push for it.
The no attitude is something we're trying really hard to turn around, and it's a yes, we can do, and maybe you can't do it today, but tomorrow maybe you'll be able to.
What this brings to the residents here is an opportunity to work with their hands, to see things grow, to see what they accomplish, to see that sometimes things fail. And that's part of life. You plant something and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
The pride that the residents have over everything that you see here is just limitless. Like, they cannot wait to show their families, they can't wait to show their friends. They bring people out, they talk it up, and that's something that they haven't really had an opportunity to do, to have that ownership.
They're seeing a beautification of this property, and that these individuals, residents, are the same as everyone. They want the same thing we all do. They want to plant, they want to live, and they just want to live their life.
And obviously the extension program here is just helping that cause and potentially improving the community around, because if you have the more growth that you have within the people and their relationships, the community can only grow on top of that.
So many people have come into this and they don't feel like they can do it, or said, I can't grow plants. But what I've learned is they can.